first off, I want to thank all you guys for coming here. Today's a special day, so I really appreciate y'all. I want to thank God, for blessing me with these opportunities. I want to thank my first football coach, Coach Spence, taking me in as a young third grader and throwing me right on the line and playing with those guys when I was a youngin'. I want to thank my family and my friends back home and here, giving me advice and pushing me every day to be the person I am. I want to thank IMG Academy, Don Zloty, Coach Stud, and all the coaches that have been with me throughout this process. It's been a long and hard process, and at the end of the day, I think they've helped me a ton to be the person I am and the player I am and have the mindset I do have. I want to thank Coach Matt McChesney at 6-0 Academy. That's my guy. I've been working out with him since 7th grade, and man, he has a special place in my heart in terms of my development. I mean, he is. If you're ever in Denver, Colorado, you got to go check him out if you're offensive lineman. He is a special person who has really helped mold me to the person I am today. I want to thank my advisor, Cliff. He's been with me throughout the whole process, basically. Came with me on every visit, sacrificed his time, his money, and just being there for me and helping me out through this process. And last off, I want to thank every single college coach that has put their effort and time into me, and the relationships I built throughout this process. They're special. This is one of the hardest decisions I've ever made in my life, but as Coach Stud said in meetings yesterday, life is like your own book, and you're writing your story. So, for this next chapter, I'll be committing to University of Southern California.
That is a tremendous pickup for the USC Trojans, one of the top classes in the 2026 class. I'm not sure there's a happier person than your good friend Mark Bowman, one of the elite tight ends. Enjoying him at USC. Breck